showing up around here on the smoke. I mean, they're going to start playing around that here, Liquid. And it's going to be hard for him to avoid getting caught. And now bo3's rotated back around to that site. He is alone on A. Xyp9x is playing around mid right now, but it's still a rotation time from him. If Liquid accelerate onto this site, there isn't a whole lot to stop him.
Yeah, it's never a good sign when the plan B is. I sure hope I get some eagle shots through the smoke.
Yeah,
I mean, you can, and we all laugh when it happens, but it's obviously not a real plan for winning a round. So I don't know. Again, very calm, very just methodical work coming out from Liquid here. I mean, I think that actually all three of them, when bo3 was inside the smoke, were aiming at it. They were sort of ready for it. He was just around the corner a little bit too quick. All right, this Meg is picking up his first kill. Catching Naf with a flashbang from Lucky. Tapping the bomb to try and force some people into a fight. They're going to get a headshot. This is actually interesting, but it's a 10-second defuse. Stewie is on his own. Now down to 5 seconds. He's trying to edge it out, and he goes down. I can't believe it. How are they able to win these rounds when they can't win any of the other ones? That's an even more. I can't understand why he's laughing. That's an even more unlikely round to win.
Vegas reaction says it all, doesn't it? And yeah, what is going on, Liquid? 2 rounds, you give it up, you get the bomb planted. I mean, this is against pistols that you're losing. What is going on? The frustration is evident on a few of these faces. And, oh, well, that's just unfortunate for Nap. He was playing anti-flash, waiting for a nade to go off.
Was he already flashed, or was he? I don't know.
No.
There was Lucky had a flash assist on him. I don't know how that works. He was like, it's like at the end of the Blair Witch Project. He was just standing in that corner. So.
What is going on here? Well, Grim and Elige, they always look pretty serious, though. So.
Grim, you might even say.
Yeah, focused. 5-2, though. And, well, I mean, Liquid now, okay, this is how they're going to change it up. They've got Stewie with an EWP. Wondering if this is just due to spawn.
Сегодня будем стримить КС.
Well, B, he's in position for it. He can't really see if they're on down below. He does try to get the flick.
Hits it.
Do it again. He almost had him through. It's actually scary. Sip goes down, and now
Astralis
he realizes someone is
Liquid.
close, but Dupree still able to get the headshot. Stewie actually had the right read on that scenario. Elige himself is very low on health, down to a single point. Which, I must reiterate, it's all you need.
Yeah.
The rest is just if you're lazy and you're not good enough.
Exactly.
Ребята, в этом таком сильно противостоянии, я даже не знаю, кто может победить.
Talk about a bold play when he knows the EWP is posted up close like that.
Да, не знаю.
Я
думаю, все-таки, если... даже не знаю, кто сильнее на врите. Мне кажется, что Liquid вроде сильнее на вертиго.
Yep. And he's playing the off angle at already like at the
Сейчас я вам все, ребятки, расскажу.
Because Grim was checking for it, right? So in Grim's mind, he's like, okay, he's not playing that angle. Then he takes another step, and he's still there.
I'm really enjoying this though, Anders, because I like this new studio setup we have here at Blast. Because we kind of have our own little audience, right? Whenever a big play like that goes off, I just hear Maui and Lawners and like those guys shouting in the background, so it's great. Like I was like, yeah.
I'm telling you,
feels like there's a little bit of an audience going on here.
We need the green room camera.
Yeah, seriously, that'd be good. That'd be good stuff.
Put him in a little, you know, like a little confined space, and we put like a little webcam in there. Could be fine.
And watch Maniac iron his shirt. What?
That's exactly right. Smokes are going up all over the place, and now I am worried about the time. I said your time moves slower on Vertigo, but 13 seconds? That's cutting it real close. Meg is dropping the bomb once, and Naf able to pick it up, but only 7 seconds left. Elige with a kill. 4 seconds now. They could do it. We'll have time, and that's unreal. Dupree, not quite sure. The grenade would definitely kill Elige, but how do you find him? He's right in front, and they know he's up there. No, they don't. Elige, he's going to get the kill anyway. 1 single point of health from the start of the round, and a triple to end it.
There we go. A little bit of a grin on Elige's face. He can't believe it himself, man. They got away with murder that round, Anders. 1 health.
Actually thought Elige heard Dupree jumping up there, but you could tell that he didn't. Oh, man.
Yeah, Naf, what a hero, though. And Elige as well, though. He clears up that second shot. And that just makes all the difference. What a big round for Liquid, and they get a little bit of a scrimmy one, a little bit of a scummy one to go their way. So feels good.
This is devastating for Astralis, though. Again, winning those odd rounds is so amazing, but it just completely falls flat right afterwards.
It also just puts your economy in such a weird place.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, oh, we got a full buy everything last round, and now you're right back to, okay, we're middle of the road. It's unclear what we should do. Megas has enough for an AWP if he wanted to. But it's looking like this is just going to be a half buy because a couple of these guys... No, they are going to go for the force. Okay, then. Megas had just enough to get a couple of rifles out.
All right.
Thought that this would be a little bit more of a...
Yeah, I thought they were going to be in more trouble as well. But good news. They even have some decent nades behind this, which is incredibly important on where to go for any kind of retake. Not always easy to manage holding on to enough nades so that you can actually defuse that bomb. Zip, random shots through. Dangerous to take that step all the way out. There is an AWP on Fallen on the other side. Assuming that I've missed casting this Fallen. Been too long.
He's so aggressive.
Yeah, one of my favorite AWPers of all time. Lucky goes down, walks right into the shot, and they just explode onto the side. There's really no delay. As soon as they know, oops, the bomb is already down and the whole bomb site's wiped out. Sort of a different approach to the one that you were talking about where you're, hanging back and shooting through the smoke, right? This one, you just have no warning, and that's very cool to see. Fallen gonna take down Dupree, just spotted him out, and Grim will be there to catch Bubsky, leaving Maze 1 versus 4, only for a second at least. Grim with a nice triple, picks up an M4 instead of that Galil, and that will be 7-2 in favor of Team Liquid. They're breaking Astralis in 2 right now.
Yeah, well, they're showing that they're willing. If you're going to give them the real estate on this A ramp, if you're not going to challenge with nades or presence, like putting a shot off at the beginning or something, just to keep them honest, Liquid are just going to play greedy and take as much real estate as possible.
You know what I bet would work better than a USP if you were holding that bomb site? You have anything else? The rebar that's out there on the bomb site.
Just smash people with it.
Throw that rebar like a spear.
There you go.
Definitely.
Oh, Stewie catches Vegas. That's got to feel good for Stu.
Right. Oh!
Whoa! All right,
he was jumped. I think he just clicked jump when he died.
Mid-air.
That's pretty aggressive.
Right. Sick back and forth. But that's all the nades used up for Astralis. But then again, they've got deagles. So this is actually odds are good for Astralis to win this round. So far, based on what we've seen in this first half.
I was going to say we have a pretty limited sample size, but you're right. These are the rounds that they've been winning. Sip will take a kill right there. Back into a 3-on-3. Nades come raining in, and this is how Liquid should be winning a round like this, right? Just carpet bomb the whole bomb site, get the bomb down, and then don't lose the afterpart, which might be easier said than done. Grim. Ooh.
Fallen is freaking out. He just got shot twice through the smoke.
Yeah, he's not happy.
He's like, wait, where can I put something between me and them to stop this from happening?
Well, he's nicely covering the one side there. His teammates are real far back. And again, because it's a 10-second defuse, they already need to move and get in here and try and put some pressure on Liquid, or they're going to lose the round just a time alone. So, and Liquid cleverly are so far back that they're almost impossible to find. They're going to tap the bomb, try and put some pressure on. It's just not going to be in time. Naf with a nice little double spray, and he saw Dupree. He knows that he's back there. So Liquid this time, not going to get pushed out of it. Fallen, though, very low on health in the back. He's going to just live.
Get out of here. Okay, he just barely makes it out. I'd say this was the opening kill here from Stu. And yes, Dupree's perspective. Okay, he saw quite a bit of Stewie there, but that was still a quick shot. Nicely done. And so, yes, Liquid, turns out they can win against Deagle rounds. It's not a default loss. Gets a little scary sometimes, but they get the job done.
I would love to see Astralis be a little bit more aggressive in some of these early rounds. I really want to try and see if they can take some of the initiative away, because right now it's a bit of a mixed bag of whether or not they win the opening battles, but even if they do, they still end up losing the round. So.
You got that right there on A ramp, Anders. You saw Lucky and Zip getting out there, putting some nades in there. Lucky with that one shot down the ramp just to let him know. So there's a bit of presence. Liquid changing it up though.
That's the bomb. It's already committed, so everyone can start to rotate. It's on the wrong side. They definitely know what's coming next. Very tricky for Stewie and Elige to get close enough to pick up the bomb. Magus is going to go down, but he did a fair job. Fallen, though, in the middle to drop Sip, and just like that, Lucky is on his own. That spiraled out of control really quickly. Around it, we definitely must have heard that. But it's not going to be quick enough. Stewie will take him down.
I think you're going
to... Ликвид очень хорошей форме сейчас, наверное. Если они так берут сейчас легко эти все раунды.
I mean, this was looking so good in the beginning, getting that kill right there. But Fallen actually doing a lot of work in the middle, and
О, как он заметил, хорошо. Да, Astralis что-то поплыли, я не знаю. Почему?
Yeah, just getting aggressive straight up.
Yeah, because this doesn't really appear to be working at all.
That's a nice HE though. Some spicy bombardments going on there towards the B side of the map. And Naf getting chunked as well, so they got to be a little bit careful here, because again, against the Deagles now, they are vulnerable, Team Liquid. Once you start getting tagged up, it's going to start getting a bit scary. 9-2 though on the T side of Vertigo though, for Liquid. I mean, this is a 1/2 as far as Vertigo.
Astralis с делами.
Yeah.
Already, this is a tremendous start to the series for them.
Yeah, right now they just want
Что они
keep this up. Don't get too
реализовать.
excited. It's always a bit weird if you feel like, all right, you've done it and then you let go.
Здесь все, раскидка пошла полностью на бэкленд, и Magix старается что-то сделать. Нет, не пускает. Нет. Все, бэкленд занят. Элайш все чекает. Элайч сейчас, наверное, убьет Хипникса. Убивает одного Хипникс. Убивает второго. Так, Бабский. Нет, Бабский ничего здесь не делает. Просто закрывает.
This is moving so much quicker than I thought.
Let's save your life. Okay, there a little bit of a back and forth between the players right now, trying to figure out how to survive those rounds. But the main thing here is that Liquid, yeah, they're playing with confidence, I think, Anders. That's the main thing. Even though they lose, they've only lost 2 fluke rounds. If it weren't for the Deagle rounds, the weird Deagle rounds that Astralis were able to pull off, I mean, it never really feels like
взяли
they're
тайм-аут.
at risk in this half so far.
И это взяли Astralis тайм-аут.
Showing a variety of pace as well. They've had some slow rounds where they run it down when they run the clock down and the bomb barely gets planted in time. But
Что-то буду думать. Может, сейчас один раунд возьмут. Первый ихний раунд.
Can't really know what's coming next. And that's the beauty of this T side that's being put together by Liquid. There's an element of surprise involved.
А Liquid-то о нем сейчас говорят, потому что не очень хорошо сейчас играют. Я думаю, первый раунд должен быть для Astralis. Это, наверное, он. Да. Наверное, будет первый раунд. После долгого взятия раунда от Team Liquid. У Грима накосали гранаты, минус пол хп. Magix чекает. Грима выходит и ничего не может сделать. Бубский. Почти Magix добывает. Так, 2-4. АВП опасно. Фелл с АВП. Сверху чекает, не попадает.
Legendary Astralis discipline really should kick in. It should just be on the backbone, right? Don't give this round back.
Нет.
Lucky with a nice kill. Fallen is somewhere on the map. They don't know where yet, but yeah, just don't give him a chance here. Ooh, nice flick.
That was fast. If he can kill 3 here,
maybe even get the bomb plant. That'd be fun.
No way to pre-peeks though.
Fallen. Было дело хороший флик, но сейчас он остается 1-3. А это можно брать даже. Нет, он это, наверное, не возьмет. Да, его закрывают там. С другой стороны вышли.
Yeah, fortunate for Astralis, they had that lurk going, but that was looking a little scary there, Anders. But yeah, Astralis now, they're just getting pummeled in this half. It's double digits in the first half for Liquid. No matter what happens now, Liquid are going to be feeling pretty good about themselves going into the second. Glad to see Fallen connecting with some shots. But the fun thing about this half so far is that, wow, actually, now that I look at it, 3 players on Liquid have 11 kills, 2 of them have 10 kills. It's just even. Everybody's pulling their weight, everybody's hitting shots, everybody's getting a chance.
Yeah, that's nice. It's so comfortable when no one is feeling the pressure of, you know, if I mess up this round and we're probably not going to win it anymore. That's not what's happening at all.
Can't say the same for Astralis.
No, they need to do so much. This first map. Oh!
There you go.
He tried that a number of times already, and then if you're Sip. A good thing is Sip's not going to be emotionally impacted by that situation. He's like,
Yeah, Zip, emotion? What?
I miscalculated. Magisk is about to have similar emotional experience from just the army that's coming his way. Elige flanking to his right, and he's going to be taking him down right away. The Molotov, he can get it off. That it's going to put some pressure on them, actually, inside of the smoke. I don't know if he saw them jumping. Now he definitely does. They're coming through, and that's a little bit too early. Elige didn't reload, and he has another couple of bullets to take down bo3. Now it's a 2-on-4 with the bomb already down. This is looking so incredibly good here for the 14th round. They're going to be backing out 11 rounds on the board for Liquid.
It's utterly brutal, Anders. They're just grouping up as 5, whether it be on A side or B side. Liquid right now have done a very good job of just grouping up as 5 and just smashing into the site all together at once. So you lose Stu, it's looking promising, right? Oh yeah, we lost Stu. Okay, just if you can keep trading, it's like you don't get the chance because then you have 2, 3 AKs just focusing in on each target one after the other. There's nowhere to hide if you're Astralis. Well, lucky now. Odds of him going onto
Ребятки,
this,
сейчас, наверное, Liquid забирают.
I don't know, Grim is also coming in from the other way.
11-й раунд
Bomb
получается.
going up. I don't know, they might have 5 seconds to do this. Grim goes down, lucky.
Но все же в Astralis осталось немножко денег.
Yeah, that's, I mean, it all matters at this point, right? 11-3, 15th
Ну, сейчас
round,
печально,
last of the
как
half
будто
is
Astralis
coming up,
слились,
and
и они не будут даже включаться в игру.
let's just see.
Но я все-таки верю,
Even
что
if they get
Astralis
another
одну
round
карту
here,
возьмут.
it feels like it's not enough, right?
Будем надеяться, что они возьмут вторую карту, и кто болеет за Astralis, что они выиграют эту игру. Мне кажется, мне просто это не их пик, я сейчас пик смотреть не могу, и я просто отдаю эту карту, чтобы потом играть на следующий.
And it's been Stewie who's been dealing with the majority of that pressure, but Fallen this time kind of showing presence all around the map.
He's trying to guess for Sip or someone else down here again. Interesting times. Not finding anyone in that moment. Double setup outside of B leaves Lucky alone in middle. It's a very stretched out kind of setup here for Astralis, which is only really a problem if Liquid do what they did earlier, which is walk all the way to the bomb site and then just explode onto it. If they do the sort of more default way of setting up all the nades and getting the smokes down, then Astralis could probably rotate some people over here. So yeah, and they are kind of already signaling a little bit, so the Pre's falling back. Magisk is pushing the stairs, and I don't know. Let's see if Liquid can make this work. Gotta be careful. Stewie putting on some pressure, that's pretty good. That actually pulls the Pre back.
Mm-hmm. Now he's thinking about it. But we're going to get that consolidation once again. This is what Liquid have been so good at in this first half. Grouping up as 5, death ball approach straight onto the bomb site.
And there's going to be a wall of smokes in front of them there. So Molotovs on the CT side, which I don't think they can stop the bomb with, but maybe they could go for it in the after plant. It probably is more worth it. bo3's burning alive, forced out into that AWP. That's so unfortunate. They'll get Stewie through the smoke. I guess that's something to work with. Lige also taking a lot of damage, trying to get that bomb down in the corner, but the Molotov did actually catch him a fair bit there. Magisk on the flank, he's already been discovered, and more people are coming to check him out. He knew that. He actually heard that. Heads up play for Magisk to see Grim coming. That's not bad at all. Bomb is planted, but it is a 2-on-3. Elige low on health, and Naf hiding back here. He's got the bomb in sight here. If they have another grenade, maybe they get rid of him, but I think they've thrown all of them out already, so not quite going to happen. Now it's Naf's turn. 1 versus 3. They don't quite know where he is. They're going to tap it, but he's actually calling their bluff a bit. That's a nice attempt. Instead of going straight for it, he just gave them another couple of seconds there to make a mistake, but they didn't. It's going to be 11-4 at the end of the half in favor of Team Liquid, and that's going to be a real hard score to come back from if you're Astralis. In the second half, it's coming up after the break.
Can you wait for me a bit, or?
No, I'm not waiting.
Can you wait for me a bit, or?
No, I'm not waiting.
Where are you?
I'm past the lasers. To make sure you don't fall. Alright. Great.
I think I fall on the easiest part on the map.
It's fine, man, don't worry. Keep falling. Oh, I fell as well. Don't worry. Coming? Where you at?
No, I'm on this yellow thing.
I just passed it. Oh, I fell. We're gonna have a bad time. That's fine. I'm like at the jetpacks or whatever.
For me, it's hard to aim on this thing. Like if you're jumping over and you want to aim on the right position.
Oh, you're so now you're making excuses. I hope you're coming. That's what I'm gonna say. Like
I'm not.
when you were first, you were talking a lot, but now. Yeah.
Still on the same thing.
Oh, you're on the yellow still?
Yeah.
Damn. It's not looking good, Nico.
Yeah, I know.
You towards the end?
No, not really. I don't know where the end is.
Oh, you're fine. Don't worry.
All right, I'm jumping now.
You're over the chicken?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's it. All right, I'm finished.
You done?
Yeah.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're back with the second half. It's AstralisvsTeam Liquid here at blastpremier, and obviously we need to find someone to go into that Royal Arena. That's really important right now. Liquid are looking good for it. They are so far ahead. Astralis would love to get in there to see their fans and all the rest of it, but it is a bit of an uphill struggle at the moment. No doubt about it.
It's certainly not looking good for them after this tremendous start to the series from Team Liquid. Ooh. I mean, if you can hit the ground running here with a strong pistol round on the T side, it could bode well for Astralis. Meg is trying to make it happen. He had a very quiet start to the first half.
Yeah, but look at him. He actually ended at 10 kills. I mean, from 0 to 10, that's kind of cool. He's going to get another kill on Liege while they are flanking from middle into the B bomb site. This is a very cool pistol round, especially because Meg is just staying alive. He's got everyone else preoccupied, and he's going to take one more kill. Tries with a clock. He's out of bullets. Otherwise, he would have had fallen as well. Meg is almost just fought and brought down all of Liquid on his own on that A bomb site.
Oh, it's and now Bubsky gonna find one, and no, this is where the second player is. This is it. So nice pistol round coming up for Astralis. Good on them. Got that bomb planted, and this was just again straight out the gates. I think for them it's all just about the hard reset, right? We need to just hit the ground running, get aggressive, and just act as if the first half didn't even happen. We need to just play our game and get at them, right? Just run at them. And so May is kind of leading the charge there. Doing a good job. Everybody's got those scratch stickers on their skins these days, I've noticed. Must have gone up in value, those ones.
That the new trend?
Yeah, it looks like.
All right. Well, sure, it comes and goes different seasons of what's popular. 11 to 5, 17th round. Now the problem for Astralis in the first half were a few of them, but one of the big ones was winning consecutive rounds, which they didn't really do. Wasn't a thing they practiced at all. They need to do that here. A lot. Liege taking some damage. They have a lot of smokes, actually. That's interesting for Liquid.
Shots going through. And yeah, quite a few smokes to play with. So, I mean, smokes and deagles, if that bomb gets planted, could give them a chance. Nobody has a kit, unfortunately. So it would be just the craziest Astralis diffuse if anything magical were to happen here. Curious to see if they can reproduce the same results. Wallbang attempt, nothing coming from it.
I mean, it also works if Astralis play so slow that they suddenly have to run through some of those smokes themselves.
There you go. There's one blocking it off.
Yeah. Another one being used, so they are kind of out of smokes now. Single flashbang on Fallen, but everyone is at this A bomb site. Enough kill for Magus. He's going to be happy with that. Out in the open a bit. Fallen goes down. I think Magus has a read on where Naf is, but Deagle rings true. Stewie, not quite aiming for that one, but I don't know. They did some damage in that. It's not bad at all.
Jebaited.
Yeah, just a little bit.
They got they thought it was going to be B, I think young Stu, because they only killed Magus. He was creating all the noise. Nobody else was showing anything. So when Dupree shows up on B, I think Stewie thinks, oh, this is a B hit. And unfortunately, that was not the case. But they survived the round. Very nicely done there, Astralis. Clean and easy. And, well, I just want to repeat a point that one of our analysts made going into this series, that Liquid seemed to be much more of a CT-sided team, where they get a lot of the majority of the work done.
All right.
So for them to get 11 rounds in the first half on their T side, I think it bodes pretty well for them going forward here in this half. So there's no reason for Liquid to get flustered just yet. They really should just be starting to hit their stride here.
Oh no, the wall bangs are coming through, and they're just going to clean this round up. That's fine, no problems. A little bit of an attempted gamble coming out from Liquid, hoping to catch, the Astralis team, but they decided to shoot for the wall. It's unfair, isn't it? Holy, she's going to be catching at least the one kill there. This is the only point in this game so far that Astralis have won any consecutive rounds. It's been 3 in a row. Obviously, some of them against pistols, but still, that does tell you something about what's going on here.
Take what they can get.
Yeah, whatever it is. 11-7 the scoreline. And Liquid answer back with M4s and that AWP on Fallen. See how he plays it, how aggressive he wants to be with it. So far going to be setting up a smoke on ramp Fallen, and then he falls all the way back to the B bomb site. That's interesting.
Yeah, nothing doing. Fully expecting some early aggression towards B, it looks like. But only just now going to start getting back over here, trying to set it up.
If they actually swing into the B bomb site from middle, Fallen is going to have to be quick at spinning around, and those are going to be some close range shots, although they do fall all the way back. I guess if you're Liquid right now, you could be reading this as, wait a minute, they Molotov middle. They could have left someone in here, and until we go check, it's very hard to know whether or not we're going to get shot in our back. So theoretically, yeah, this could be us stressing. Yeah, look how many people are in there. That's 4 people for Liquid that went to check middle just to be sure that no one was hanging around and lurking in the middle. But they do it before Astralis execute onto the bomb site, so this can actually work.
Zip heard all that as well. Zip was standing right under all those guys stomping around, so he knows that there was movement. Now they're trying to figure out, was it on this side or not?
Tree goes down, Fallen back in position from that little mid-skirmish. 35 seconds on the clock, and all the way at the back beam, it's going to be Grim to go down. And Naf up close, and he's just catching them one at a time as they come through. Not enough flashes to set up that kind of a play. Fallen missing a flick, but he's going to hit the next one, no problem. And that will be the round for Liquid. 12 on the board for them. For me, it looked like actually the theory behind that strategy would work if Astralis do all that play and then kind of get back to B and execute almost immediately. But the delay that they had in setting up this execute just made it feel like Liquid found out and were like, all right, whatever.
Well, good thing you had Naf there to clean it up. A little bit of a real missed opportunity for Grim. Really needs to hit at least one kill there. But Naf was able to save the day and make up for the fact that he wasn't able to get anything done. Liquid on 12 rounds now. And we'll get that early smoke blocking off ramp. Stu getting chunked, and a lead caught by Zip. Again, just the meta. Shots through the smoke on ramp. It's always going to be the guessing game.
Here we go, a little bit of a double setup, different angles, and it works. Double from us. They were stood on top of each other, making it real hard when you peek that corner to know to aim for.
I like that flash back over toward B as well, in case that was a split. They were ready for it. And in the meantime, it is going to be, a skirmish here. Nice shot from Fallen.
He kind of a little bit quick on the next one. Meg is not even going to face him. Just shoots him through the box. That's a good idea. And he's very aggressive. Catching one. Could have caught the other one. Famas down to 51. Lucky versus Naf. He's going to go straight for the bomb plant. And Naf is actually thinking about sneaking through. There's a pretty big gap there. But Lucky's made it back around the corner. And that... Oh, he's actually sticking around. I thought maybe he'd keep going because that's such a safe position to be in. But he's actually trying to see if he could play a little bit of a mind game here against Naf. Obviously, a huge difference in experience between these two players. It's going to be hard to catch Naf out almost no matter what. He's checking it. Not sure if he's actually fallen back. Smoking it off on the one side, but it's going to be right on top of the bomb. That's a pretty good smoke. He's realizing it now, maybe, but Lucky will still take him down. He did almost check for it. Magisk, obviously, with the triple, but a nice 1 versus 1 for Lucky. It's so important that he wins that, and if he had actually gone back the way that I thought he would in the beginning, that smoke could have been a little bit of a problem for him. So good positioning for Lucky, I would say.
Oh yeah, Lucky pulled a fast one on Naf, and I was going to say that it was fortunate for Liquid that it was Naf in the clutch situation, given his experience over Grim. All right, he's the kind of guy you would want in that 1v1, but again, Lucky just one step ahead that time.
Yeah.
Well played on his part. That's going to build a little bit of confidence there for Lucky. He's been taking some flack. Given his performance so far this tournament, but that was a must-win round for Astralis. Finally, a clutch going their way.
Oh no, Bobsky getting a run. Dupree's gonna be careful. He's not. Yeah, if you stick around.
Do we get a deagle round for Liquid now?
If you're Astralis, that just can't happen, right? Because actually, look at the scoreline right now, 8-12. That's totally winnable if you're Astralis. That's not that much of a difference. But if you let go of a round like this, it's gonna take all the momentum away. You're not gonna have the cash to buy. So probably won't even just be 13-8, it will probably be 14-8, and at that point, yeah, it's real rough. So they really can't allow them to steal this one away. AK though, speaking of stealing, Fury's already picked that one up. Now they're gonna try and see if they can boost over the smoke. They're waiting for the flashes to go away. Oh no, he lost his chair.
Oh, that's unfortunate. It's not looking good here. I was going to say, there must be balance in the force, right, Anders? You know, you guys get a deagle force, we get a deagle force, got to trade back and forth. Now, however, Grim putting the pressure on. I think that's going to be the extent of it. Not a whole lot that Naf can hope to do here in a 1v3. And Stu's already backed off to the B site to save that AK, so yeah. Oh, if we get a second AK for Naf. Oh, that's a huge win for Naf.
Yeah, especially on that CT side. I must point out that Magisk went from having 0 kills to having... He's leading the board on the server right now. He's at 21. He's overtaken everyone on Liquid as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely outrageous, isn't it?
I mean, he's had such a good tournament so far. It's actually been really impressive to see.
Yes. Is that going to be enough to bring it back? He's got some backup up there. I mean, the rest of Astralis are kind of all grouped up. 11 kills on 2, 13 on the other 2. They're doing a good job.
He's third highest. Magisk is third highest ranked in the tournament so far. 1.26 rating.
Who's ahead of him?
Elysian Zaiwu. So Zaiwu sitting at the top of the pack. Big surprise. Wow. But Elysian's right there ahead of him too. So it's really just a Elysian Magisk.
Interesting.
Dance on the dance.
All right. Well, 22nd round. Fallen and Bobsky exchanging a little bit of damage. And again, a pretty interesting lean early on towards B and mid. Perhaps sort of challenging Astralis a bit, saying you guys don't tend to go fast A, and we'll expect for you to not to do that for a while. They give up the mid control just a bit now, though, as time moves on. It looks like Astralis could go pretty quick towards the B bomb side if they want to. Molotovs, flashes, they catch him out in the open. He could have been dead already, Grim. And now comes the wide swing. Dupree's hiding back here. Grim has no idea. That is a very nice move for Dupree. He clears so deep into the bomb side, though. Naf will still take him down. Naf's going to be careful. That smoke is going to evaporate at one point, and then he's in trouble. He gets a parting headshot, taking down Lucky. That might have been the best possible move right there. And now they've built a tower in the corner. That's a huge vantage point that they've got up there. Magisk is going to get dropped. He was really bold out in the open, and now it's on Sip with a Mac 10. 1 versus 3. It looked like for a minute there, Astralis just wanted to fight aim battles one at a time. And I'm not sure why. Where are the guns? Did they all blow out down towards the pedestrians? I think Sip is thinking there must be an AK somewhere. But there isn't. This is definitely not a fair fight at all. You look at the firepower meter. He still picks up a headshot. The other two have head armor, though. Fallen low on health, obviously, but he's going to fight them out. There, he gets Fallen as well. Stewie's now on the other side, and surely a fight that he can win. My God, that is close. 13-9.
I just heard that hoot, Maui. I heard that. Totally unbiased analyst-esque, man. You know, expect that after this map.
The problem is we can't really fault the NA analysts for fighting for NA. They don't have a lot left. Yeah, they're still good.
Yeah, one of them got knocked right off the side there. Just guns dropping from the sky. Good for them. And it's a force from Astralis, so they really aren't holding back now, Anders. They need to halt Liquid at 13. If they let Liquid get up onto 14, it's going to be so brutal. But if Liquid win this round decisively, it's going to be so difficult for Astralis, because then they're going to be in this weird Eagle kind of force buy round for Astralis. So a lot of pressure on Astralis on this round.
Yeah. I actually thought they would have even less money, so I'm kind of surprised they were able to put this round together. But I think that's also... It's a calculated move from Astralis at this point. Thinking, if we go 14-8, that's not leaving enough space for us to try and win the map. But if we can upset them here with Galil's, well then sure, we're right back into it. Can they manage to get past Fallen here? A little bit of noise being made. Oh!
Nice angle.
Peeks right into it, and Stewie... Actually, he made some noise, I think, dropping down, Stewie. But I guess Magus didn't register that maybe that was the position. I mean, fair play, it's hard to do. Some spam coming through just before they boost up. Unfortunate on the timing there. dupreeh now just ready and waiting. Do they have a Molotov? Lucky's got one, so if they set it up, maybe it's doable. He's so deep in the bomb site. Naf is going to be there. Yeah, that's the problem. They needed more nades to clear out some of those positions. They didn't have them sit, though. Pretty good aim right there. He's got him boxed in. 2-on-3. They need another battle, but Liquid are playing this so well. In terms of the team play, he's just calling in for backup. Instead of trying to take a fight on his own, Sip gonna go for the wide swing, but he can't get back around the box, and now it's on Bobski. Goes right into Stewie's AWP. I really like that from Liquid. Instead of, you can see how good they are at slowing it down. And again, as long as there are no Molotovs or HEs landing on them, they can stay behind the boxes like that and just wait for the teammates to show up. It's real good.
All right, Anders, I get you. Yes, and I agree with you. I agree with you if you hit your shots, if you got the confidence. But we have seen Liquid give up rounds in the past where they play it almost too conservatively. They don't peek. Instead of playing together, maybe swinging together or anything like that, you know, they kind of just like hold their angles and try and stay hidden and try and play, you know, air quotes, smart CS. But sometimes you have to take the fight. You can't just let them walk up on you.
To your point, that almost happened with Sip, because if you got a little bit scary there. Yeah, no, that's a good point. I mean, that's true. But 14-9, I mean, they're doing it.
They are looking better and better here, and Astralis are going to be the ones who, have to go for the force buy. Deagle, Kevlar, couple of nades. And it's looking a little grim here. It's worth reminding you all, though, that this is Team Liquid's map pick and that Astralis chose Nuke next. So we will get 3 Astralis Nuke maps in 3 series, interestingly enough. Yeah. That is really like the map that they've gone for. And so far, Magus has had a pop-off map on it. dupreeh has had a pop-off performance. So I'm excited to see Nuke with Astralis here coming up next. That's going to be fun.
Tough round ahead of the Danish side. Couple of Tech-9s, a CZ, some Deagles. They won some of these rounds when they were on the CT side, but right now they do anything to try and pick up a round like that. Wow, that is you don't have a lot of time to get that shot. Fallen so quick still with those kind of
too spread out shots. Looking for duels. Astralis just hoping to find duels everywhere, and not this time, unfortunately, with the Deegs. Not this time. It's dupreeh and Lucky left. dupreeh with the Deagle, man. He's just too good.
Yeah, that was smooth, wasn't it? But yeah, 2-on-4, and they should be fine. Again, Liquid, they read it, they see what's coming, and the fact that it was a boost means they definitely know where the other player was as well. Stewie able to pick up that last kill. 15-9 there at map point, Liquid. And like you said, their map pick, so it feels good. I don't know, if I'm Astralis right now, I just have to think, the way that we played this in the second half, if we had done anything, any consecutive rounds in the first half, if we'd built any economy along the way, man, this would be a different game. I would maybe wouldn't be too sad at losing my opponent's map, but I would feel like we definitely could have done so much more here. We just never gave ourselves a chance by having such a terrible first half, which is not fun.
Well, they've already changed it up again, although they did leave dupreeh lurking towards B alone. 4 of them have grouped up Astralis, so they are ready to go popping through.
Yeah, they are. Fallen, he's got a lot of firepower there to back him up, so... Oh no, was setting up the nade as he's getting caught with his pants down. Flash, I actually think that Flash Delige, otherwise he was going to peek behind it. He still will. Going to pick up the one, because, yeah, just continuing the spray. dupreeh there, very late.
Again, dupreeh with the dig, though.
Why not?
He's just going to get his pound of flesh. You know, he gets that 1 kill around with that dig. And now leaves himself a lot of time to play with. He's got more than a minute left on the clock. No smoke, though. Can he find a smoke somewhere?
Oh, they double up on him. This is so dirty. Even if he gets one of them, it's going to be tricky to continue. And Grim will take him down 16-9 in favor of Team Liquid on the opening map here in the best of 3. That's a job well done. And they, again, they do look pretty confident. They look like they know what they're doing. They had some pretty good reads, I would say, on Astralis and how they like to play that T side as well. So credit to them.
Yeah, credit to them. And I'm definitely looking forward to hearing what our analysts have to say on the desk after this, because that was a solid map to kick things off in the series.
It really was. And obviously, as you pointed out, Nuke is going to be coming up next. That'll be interesting to see how that's going to be playing out. I'm still really shocked. Magisk, he was so slow to get started, but once he just went all in. Incredible stuff. Love to see it. We are going to go to a break, and then we'll go to the analysts right afterwards.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of actually using stickers to tell a story. Without being too biased, I'm actually going to go home and put this on my deagle. And we'll see if it could be pretty cool to have inside the game when I play it Blast.
Welcome everyone. Today on CS Money Skin Story, I am joined by the legendary dupreeh. So what's going to happen today, dupreeh, is that we are first going to define or find your favorite skins, maybe even your favorite skin of all time. And after that, we are going to select 4 stickers to represent specific moments of your career, specific dimensions of your career, and just basically talk about it.
That sounds amazing. I'm ready for it.
dupreeh, now if I ask you this one question, what is your all-time favorite skin?
My all-time favorite skin is the Cobalt Disruption. It's the blue Desert Eagle, and it's the skin that I like the most and probably has the most iconic remembrance of one of my best plays in my career. So
I think the first sticker we could use would be the Entry Fragger, a role model of this part of Counter-Strike for many, many, many years. I have a clip in mind. It is against Vitality in a blast fall on Vertigo.
It's quite flattering. It's great that I feel like I've made an impact on people, and also impact in terms of the role that I represent. We can fit one of those in. If there's 4 total, we can fit that one there.
Now for the second sticker. We'll stay also in the mechanics of the game. I was going to suggest you a sticker called Nice Shot.
Someone tells you that was a nice shot, everyone likes that, you know. It's always good to nice to get some compliments. So I mean, nice shot could fit in there as well, because, you know, being an entry fragger, having to make nice shots and making them count is also very important. So I think they go pretty good hand in hand.
Now for the third sticker, I have something in mind directly. I'm going to just put it out there. Astralis Columbus 2016. Such a key moment in your career.
First of all, it kind of makes me feel home. I think that's where my career took the next step, being crowned as the greatest team of all time. So there's a lot of emotions coming into it. It's something that I'm really proud of, and something that has come a very long way from when we started back in the days.
And finally, we have the 4th sticker. It is the crown. We are talking a deagle. We're talking overpass. We're talking phase.
When I get that first kill, the second and the third and the fourth just it just keeps rolling. And all of a sudden I've gotten an ace, kill the last guy on short, and I get so hyped that I forget to pick up a weapon.
Definitely a legendary moment, that's for sure now. Okay, well, now we have your deagle, we have the 4 stickers. Do you feel like they represent you? Do you feel like it tells a story about you?
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of actually using stickers to tell a story. Without being too biased, I'm actually going to go home and put this on my deagle. And we'll see if it could be pretty cool to have inside the game when I play it Blast.
All right, well, all I have to do now is just to thank you for the time you spent with me. It was great to talk with you about these different moments. So thank you for joining us.
You're very welcome.
tsunami from the North Americans on their T side. Liquid continue to sweep things up as they move on to the defense. They'll be taking one step closer to that spot at the LAN finals. And Maniac, we were coming into this really hyping up the CT side for Liquid, but it was the offense that really started them off so solidly on this map.
It was a pristine T side from Liquid. I really have to give props to either obviously the IGL or the coaching adren behind coming up with the ideas, because many of these decisions were enlightened, they were right, they were correct, they were precise, and there was a lot of finesse in Liquid's game. So that first half was beautiful from Liquid. We do have to say, you could see Astralis were out of their depth. Like some of these deaths, some of these opening deaths they were having, typically a team that at the moment is not ready to play Vertigo at the highest level.
Yeah, we can just see by the kill disparity on the side of Liquid. I believe at the half, there was only 3 kills difference between the top fragger on Team Liquid and the bottom fragger. Everybody was showing up for them.
And even Grim, who is bottom fragging there, actually has pretty good ADR. It means he is contributing in other ways. So that is a great look from Liquid. And like Maniac said, I mean, that T side, they played with so much conviction. Every call, it just felt like it was going to work. There was never any kind of dilly-dallying where people were just making solo plays or anything. Everything looked like it was working within the system that they constructed. And those set pieces, really, there was nothing Astralis could do to counter them.
So was it just kind of individual shining for you, Maniac? Was there anything specific that you were really highlighting from Liquid's first half?
No, not individually. I think for me, it's tactically that the difference was made, is the understanding from Liquid being able to have the right gambles, the right read as well on Astralis' defense. On the side of the Danes, obviously you could see they had to make tricks gambles, because I don't think they were ready to play like a universal round. They had to, put all their eggs in the same basket, and most of the time it was called out by Liquid. Most of the time they had the read, and of course when you couple that with individual skill, that's the magic recipe.
We are able to get inside the server with Liquid themselves as we have a mic'd up moment from the first half for you.
Fighting B right now.
Call the flash.
Let's say mid. Put a lot of pressure mid.
Need flash or no?
Fall mid.
Fall,
A lot of pressure mid. Okay, I'll say
let's
mid.
go 3 mid again.
Bombs down.
I'll take one, We set again, let's go Akif.
I think you should go mid, no?
No, we can't, just go mid.
Just go lane side.
Come on, lane for you guys.
Left. I'll smoke left, I guess.
Molly sandbags.
I'm in molly back lane right now.
I'm going lane as well, good.
Fine. You'll have time,
I think he threw it to play passive.
Top
default.
default.
Top nice.
Bomb down, wait
No, flash and go.
Edema. I'm holding lobby.
Could be close to flank.
Okay.
Oh,
He's heaven. Pick up me.
Yep. Oh, he's on the top. Nice! Let's go!
Really like that we get to hear that clip as well, because we get to hear pretty much all of the players chiming in at certain points, and it was something that we were questioning coming into Liquid, whether, Fallen was that main in-game leader or who else was kind of giving input during those rounds.
That was a great demonstration of the dynamic that Stewie has with Fallen, the little back and forth they had there in the mid round about Stewie saying maybe we go clear through mid, Fallen actually taking the leadership role and saying, no, we can't. There's no reason we can do that right now. And then they went for a very decisive play on that A bomb site, and it worked out for them. Also, love the little mid-round call, or the late round call, the Naf and Unleash back and forth, the way they were able to close out that 2v1 on top of that. Very clean round. Even Grim getting involved, just kind of listening to the directions and calling out exactly what he's doing, the fact that he's applying pressure.
I agree. I was just thinking in my mind that, you mentioned how Stewie comes in with an ID, Fallen squashes it, but then what I really like is that Stewie remains involved in the round.
Yes.
There is no ego involved, and it's not as easy as it is actually. It's easier said than done. When someone comes in with an ID that gets squashed, you can have players, taking it personally and taking a step back. That's not the case in that clip we just had. Stewie says we could go mid, Fallen says no, let's go A, and then he stays involved. Even though he's dead, he stays involved.
That's so much harder. I mean, it's so much easier said than done.
Absolutely,
to do something like that. Yeah, I love that you brought that point up, because it's so easy once you give that one point of advice and then they say no, but he's still doing so much, and that's after he actually kind of raged in the beginning about the way he died. It's just, Stewie goes through a lot of multitudes in the round in terms of emotions, but he still stays composed enough to offer really valuable input till the very end of it.
And then we come into the second half. We do see Astralis managing to string 5 rounds together for that side. We feel like, potentially there's a chance of a resurgence, but again, there's a few moments where Astralis start looking lost.
By the end of things, Astralis had a couple of, I'd say, mismatched rounds where the initiative was all over the place, and I think we have one example of that here, where we're going to see this B hit, and it's really kind of scattered.
Yeah, the problem you have to look at is the trading and the spacing, right? dupreeh is here, he's helped with the flash, he makes such a great hitways, but no one is behind him. Lucky that is 2 good seconds and 20 meters behind him, and you can just see instantly that the lines of attack, the lines of offense are completely separated. bo3 is trying to make sort of a lurk middle, but then he double guesses himself, coming back to Xip. And again, even at the very end, in a 2v3 that was, you know, arguably doable, Xip is completely alone. Only now bo3 finds the time to fight with Xip, and that was just too disjointed. We're pinpointing here obviously some mistakes and errors that Astralis had on Vertigo. We could see it coming. That was part of the plan. It was part of like the conditions of that best of 3. We knew that Liquid could punish on Vertigo, and we just saw what happens when Astralis don't have the protocols that they usually have.
And now we move on to a more comfortable ground for Astralis on Nuke. And I think we should start off by talking about Liquid coming into this one, because there's a few it's a mixed bag of results when we're coming onto this map for them.
There's some ugly results for Liquid on Nuke lately. The fact that they lost to Furia with playing with Gary as a stand-in, that one stands out the most to me. And if Liquid want to win this one, they have to look back at some of those losses and think, why did we make those mistakes? How do we improve upon them? But that's where I think really a trend comes in. When we interviewed him yesterday, he talked about some of the exact mistakes that they made against Vitality. He's one that's going to pour over the demos, and there's ways that they can fix it. Astralis, though, on the other hand, they've been playing a really great looking T side of Nuke. We thought they were probably going to be able to take Vitality yesterday, although that did not end up being the case because of their CT side letting them down. They are playing a very thorough tactical game that Liquid is going to have to put up a really strong defense against.
I am afraid that the Astralis roster as of today is not deep enough. I am really afraid, I'm going to be honest. Part of me was thinking that the core, we're talking the Xip, the Magisk, and the dupreeh, could be enough because they had all that experience and they also had sort of a mental upper hand on Liquid in a way. Now I'm starting to realize that at least in that map, the depth of the lineup is not enough quite yet. Granted, there could be a reaction, and I'm hoping to see a reaction from the likes of bo3 and Lucky, because why not? We've seen rookies, we've seen them pop off and just take everyone by surprise. That could be what tips the scale, because at the moment, there's just not enough. There's not an answer. Liquid's players are just too good if you go pound for pound.
And you're talking about Liquid putting up a more solid defense when we're coming onto this map. What are you kind of hoping to see if, you know, they've been rebuilding, they've been looking back at those demos and looking for those improvements?
Well, the way that they lost to Furia in particular was a lot of inside hits against them. That's going to focus on players like Grim, who's playing towards back silo. It's going to focus on Naf at ramp. If those two can find a little bit more just consistency in the way that they're able to multi-frag, then there's a chance here that Liquid should just shut down everything that Astralis throws at them. So that's something where maybe they need to throw in a couple more plays, a couple more ways to get Astralis off kilter, because we saw that if Astralis is able to run their game plan on the T side, they can really manipulate defenses thoroughly. So if Liquid come into this one with a slightly more proactive approach, there's a chance that they never even let Astralis do what they want to do in their game plan.
Yeah, and it was absolutely nuts yesterday when we saw them going up against Vitality with that T side, particularly 11 rounds on the board for Astralis. And we really saw them abusing that A site, because we knew that was a weakness of Vitality coming into it. So I don't think we could be underestimating Astralis coming into this one just yet.
No, we don't. And neither should Liquid, and neither should anyone. I mean, Astralis have it enough for us to believe that they can have a very decent new game, and the fact that that T side is so strong obviously gives you confidence and courage going on it. The problem for me is their CT side, and you are looking at sort of the upside down right now. You're in Stranger world where you have to have a good T side for Astralis moving on to Nuke, because we know there are going to be weaknesses and gaps on the CT side. It's just how it is. That is the situation. That is the lay of the land for Astralis. So hoping for a great T side, and then maybe the rookies out there just give me something. Well, I want to see something.
There is a lot of pressure coming into this, particularly for Astralis. It is a spot at the Royal Arena on the line for them if they do lose out in this map. Potentially one more map separates Liquid from claiming that spot on LAN, and we're going to be delving into Nuke to find out how it's going to go down.
Vertigo is over and done with, and now it's on to Nuke. Picked by Astralis. The odds are even more against them now, which makes sense. You can tell on your screen there, close to 5-1. Makes sense, I think, given the map victory there on Vertigo.
Yeah, I mean, Liquid are just looking very dialed in, very dominant right now. Great team play from them. A lot of the death ball approach, 5 together. Don't even bother with a lurker, just go as 5 and smash into a bomb site. I like that kind of CS right now, Anders. It seems to work very well, and Liquid are definitely benefiting from it.
Well, let's see what they could do. We're on Nuke, and they're going to be starting on the CT side, Astralis on the T side. This is their map pick and their big chance to make it all the way through and try and get into the Royal Arena to play at the season finale. That's going to be super important. Lucky to set up a Molotov that's landing behind the silos in there, and they're going to be busting out of the squeak door. Glocks coming through, down into the vent. Some of them get stopped, a lot of them get stopped, but they do answer back. Magisk is there with the Glock. He did it on Vertigo, and he's doing it again, taking down Grim. Fallen now in a 1 versus 3. That is a real turnaround for Magisk.
P2000 as well. God forbid. Fallen, what is this?
Frowny face.
Frowny face similar.
Not happy.
Not appreciative of this at all. And Fallen has the kit as well. A kit, a smoke. What can he hope to do here, though? He's got such a long way to get to that bomb, let alone a defuse. Yeah, it's not going to happen. He's just going to hold on to the gear for the next round.
Fair play.
To be fair, though, actually, was it Exist the other day who made a good point in terms of economically, is it worthwhile to save the kit? Because if the bomb blows up with the T's like this, they get more money than outweighs you just saving the kit. So it may be worthwhile for Fallen to, instead of holding on to that, actually push and try and make something happen rather than save.
I don't know. I've never tried to do the math, to be honest.
So it's like, this is where you get into like the nitty gritty of it, where it's like, okay, they get an extra $150, and you're like, oh, okay,
I feel like it's a good idea, because if you save the smoke kit, you increase the chances for a smoke defuse.
Sure.
Which we don't get enough of, nearly.
No, definitely not. Especially kit second round, that could be fun.
Can I just take a stand for the P2000 though? I think the big advantage to having it is the psychological advantage of you fire it, and people on the other side think their headsets might be broken. It's like, what sound is that? Is there something wrong?
Seriously,
what's going on?
Nobody uses that anymore. Magus mouse died. So now they're talking smack in the chat. You know, who died to the guy with the dead mouse?
Just using the arrow keys to aim with really quickly.
Yeah. Grim is
not easy.
Mouse was working.
Well,
all right.
That's definitely got to be psychological warfare.
Exactly that he in fact bounded shoot to spacebar.
Perfect.
And that's so in case his mouse dies. I tell you, Anders, this is why you don't use wireless mice.
I don't know. I feel like they're good enough up there now that it's so rare.
Nah, I can't have it.
Rare.
Can't have it. A pro playing wireless, I don't get it. Imagine that happened in the middle of the round.
He's proven he can handle it. It's no problem at all. Fallen's got a scout. Stewie's got a scout. We've got an MP9. They're pretty well equipped for this round after all. Trying for the headshot. Man, that looked like it was close. Fallen jumping back around the corner, but they know that one of the scouts is in play. The other one is over by the ramp. And the wall of smokes has been set up, so far they're not getting tagged through. Lucky takes a little bit of damage, but it's probably fine. And they're pretty deep in here. Elish playing an off angle that bo3 looks to be checking in a big way.
Wow. bo3 just savoring that.
Yeah.
Not looking away on that one. Pretty sure he's dead, bo3. Don't worry. You got him.
If I'm Elish in that position, if I just get close peek, like really quick, they just right around the corner and shoot me down, I'm like, all right, fair enough. When people crawl in on him, I feel it's so much more offensive. I hate it when that happens. And like, they're so slow, but you still can't really, like, it's like they still have an advantage in some way. It's really annoying. 4 versus 4 now. It actually looked like there was some team damage in that, but I'm not quite sure. Fallen, he's ready for more. The bomb is down, and now a second tag is in play. He actually does tag up the 3. They are so low, and that means the Deagle is incredibly lethal right now. Naf is the one that has it.
Not like this. And Stu gives up the angle right as du3 goes into heaven.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting.
Fine. That happens. Grim sneaking through the MP9. He's going to be going down. Naf getting caught in a really awkward position, but he still gets the body shot. Look at the assist. Double on Fallen.
10 seconds.
Yep. And they're going to have to go and pick up that bomb and just put it down right away, which they are trying to do. Stewie, he's not going to be able to shut down the bomb plant. du3 in there to try and help him out a little bit. Some damage coming through. The scout, well, actually connecting at the moment. And they are both fairly low on health now on that CT side. Right now, they only know where one of them is, but du3 is up on the rafters, ready and waiting in case anything happens. Yeah, it's a great position. He almost can catch the shot. Naf is close by as well. He's walking in. He's going to find a free kill on one. And Magus is down there with the help as well. It's going to have to be a real quick headshot. He did get the damage, but not quite enough. And it will be Astralis barely limping through the round.
Ah, you're just holding your breath the entire time. What a tense round. I can't believe Astralis managed to pull that off. After all the work Fallen did, he tagged everybody on the freaking team. He did so much work this round, Fallen. Kudos to him. That was crazy. Yeah. I can't believe they managed to get that. That was with 14 seconds left. There was about 10 seconds left when they get the bomb planted. You're thinking that is it. There's going to be a way for Liquid to win this one, but I mean, they've done a tremendous amount of damage to Astralis' economy. Astralis have to spend everything now to get equipped in this round. And so Liquid should be feeling good about themselves here. It didn't go their way, but they've got a real good opportunity here to put Astralis under pressure right out the gates at the beginning of this half.
They're just slipping past under the
Don't mind
cover
that.
of smoke. Fair enough. No one from Liquid is really responding to the fact that someone could have made it down. They don't know, but normally if you don't know, you have to assume that someone probably did make it down there. MP5 on bo3. Rare sighting.
Pew pew. He's a fan. I like it.
Well, now they do only have pistols, so I guess that's also maybe why Liquid are not going for any crazy rotations, because it's all ready. You have to gamble a little bit, right? They would have loved a 3-man fight outside. They didn't get it, so maybe they're just not that interested. All right, some damage. He's no idea. He's just not sure. That's annoying. du3 will take down Grim. Lucky playing around with them over at the ramp room, but they should be fine in this round here. I think Astralis, they're just going to recover and go into the A-bomb site and get the bomb down.
Do we get an Naf in a position? Oh, there it is. This is so, yeah, Lucky's freaking out now. Was there more people? What are these rounds? 15 seconds, bomb just now. Oh, nope, never mind.
Now, if his mouse stopped working here, so he couldn't plant the bomb at all.
See? That's what I'm talking about. It's a chance. There's a chance.
Anything could happen. I don't know if you know this, but non-wireless mouse can also break. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but no, not. Ooh, there you go, Naf.
Was that like a fourth or fifth shot, headshot, just spamming at range? Unbelievable. We're trying to do the damage just to make it a bit more expensive. Liquid know that they're going to be able to buy in the next round, so yeah, this is from earlier. He's just so confused. Where are the bullets coming from?
And it's looking like they'll be able to get out of here, although Naf not quite able to find them at the end there. That's unfortunate. But still, you can chuck that MP5. Nobody cares about that. You're going to have plenty of money for the M4 this round, Naf. Fallen goes straight to the AWP. No time wasted on his front. And Stu actually going to hold on to the Galil.
Yes. I think that's a good idea. It's fine. The Galil's got a lot of utility for different reasons, right?
Yeah. It's a solid gun. Better than the FAMAS by far.
Agree. Hard agree.
Oh, here we go, though. Quick acceleration. They managed to get out in time. Yes, Lucky leads the way.
Grim, though, he's going to get one kill. They need a lot more Elige coming through the smoke, but he's going to get shut down. So many T's on the other side. They just had everything covered. Molotov to push Naf even further back in. I don't know. 2 versus 3. Unless they find a very quick kill here, they should think about these guns because they do need them on the CT side, and they got to be careful. Nice shot from Fallen to bring down Sip, and the bomb gets delayed, and now they can definitely go for it. Fallen runs onto the bomb side. They nearly line up, but it's not enough. Naf will take down dupreeh, and that is a nice recovery from Liquid. 2 versus 3, not necessarily that easy, but Fallen just forcing his way into that retake.
That's what I'm talking about. This is all down to timing here. As you can see, Elige just comes barreling through. He only finds the one guy, but this is some old-fashioned Fallen right here. Combat opping from Fallen, going aggro with the AWP up close, no fear. That's so sick to see. What a round from Fallen. You got to give it to him, man. That is so sick. I was just thinking back to like Cobblestone or something. That's like the kind of vibe I was getting there watching Fallen just go all out with the AWP close quarters on the bomb site.
It is so cool, isn't it? It's one of the things that just makes it a real joy to watch him play.
Yeah, very cool to see. Strong round for him and must-win round for Liquid. Okay, we saw a lot of this yesterday. I mean, obviously the main strategy here, getting the smoke wall up outside. Different variation this time.
Yeah, but this is all just a bit of a fake. Again, we're going to have a couple of Molotovs, I'm assuming on hot as well. And they're going to try and go quick. And it makes sense given the weaponry that they want to try and explode onto this. So, giving a little bit of time for Liquid to feel nervous about outside. And they're going to try and come through the smoke. This time, Grim is a little bit more prepared. Double kill for him. Fallen will take down Magus. This has already been shut down. You really need the first part of that push coming through the squeak door to have some success. You need at least for that to trade or for people to stay alive, and Nick just absolutely gets pulled apart. So well done, Liquid with a second round.
Couldn't find that op in time. That's unfortunate. Do they have enough to buy a new one? They don't have enough for an AWP for Fallen this round, so that's actually very unfortunate. But it will be a round of eco coming up here for Astralis, so not the end of days, not the end of the world. Yeah, Liquid, that looked to me like Liquid were ready for it. They saw that smoke wall go up. They had 3 guys solid on the A side, just ready and waiting for that play. That makes me think that's some homework paying off for Liquid.
Yeah, good call not to rotate too many people away from that. Down into the vent, let's say.
Well, I mean, that's what they were saying. I can't remember if it was Maui or Maniac. But, you know, just what Adren brings to the table in terms of coaching, right? That he's very much a bookworm. Likes to get into the demos, likes to try and figure out what the strategies are going to be. And that may be working out for him here. One of those rounds where it worked out. Quick play here coming in, though. This is Niko out from Astralis. They're pouring it on.
Yeah, he got caught in a weird position, even against the Glocks. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but it should still be fine. I don't think they'll actually be in any trouble here. The worst that could happen is letting go of the bomb plant, in my opinion. Low on health, everyone, more or less, on the Astralis side. Although Lucky getting a kill on this.
One at a time.
There's absolutely no reason for this. Now, bomb. Oh, that grenade! Bubsky, he can't escape. He gave his life for the cause. Fair play. But now they have a Galil and an M4 out in the open. Stewie does spot it out, but he does make it back around. So does Lucky. dupreeh
on the upper
He's
side.
on a long flank. If this goes long enough, if they're slow to defuse, they might have a very hard time reading this. Molotov to force him to the other side. No one defusing just yet, and that could be a problem. They so want to find dupreeh. They know one of them is, and he's right there, taking the kill, and that's going to be lucky to drop him. I can't believe it. I take all my words back. It wasn't the bomb plant that was the worst thing that can happen. It was absolutely losing the round to Glocks, more or less.
Yeah, that is a travesty.
Yes.
And I'm glad that they call a timeout on that one, Liquid. That's a tilt-worthy round. You're not supposed to lose those. And also, they just took a series of duels alone. At no point were you having anybody there to help each other for Liquid. It was all just everybody working one after the other, trying to make a fight, trying to make a difference. And that's not how you need to play those sorts of situations against Glocks. You got to work together and make sure your superior firepower is what wins out.
That is definitely going to be a pivotal round in the first half, at least. That's one of those rounds that you can't really excuse that. Because
start for Elige as well, only 2 kills.
The fact that Naf goes down should put not really that much pressure on Liquid, in my opinion. Like, it's annoying, but mostly annoying to Naf. The rest of the teams, you're like, all right, well, let's just wait for them to get the bomb down at the very least, get everyone in here, make sure we can set it up. We've got grenades, we've got everything. Elige, lost in the smoke, potentially. Can he find his way out? He's thinking about it. It looks like they don't really think about the fact that he's here. I mean, this could be pretty devastating. They've walked past him, so he's, I don't know, not finding a target, but this could still play out.
Oh, this is so weird.
It really is. Yeah, tune in next season and we'll find out where Elige actually goes.
Knife.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. Oh, he's gonna find. Oh no!
I was waiting for that. I hear everybody just shouting no in the green room right now. It's a greed, man. Greed isn't good.
Oh no.
Greed isn't good, Elige. Should have just gone for the knife while you had a chance. That's the thing, Anders. That's the thing. He just tried to go for more. Just tried to go for more.
Who can blame him? I mean, I understand it. It's just so unfortunate because if Sip was looking slightly a different direction, he obviously deals both of them in a second, right? Yeah. That was a cool play, but
Zip's like, wait, where did that guy come from?
like hold the phone.
Oh, Zip looks so happy right now, though.
He does.
He just looks like he's just loving it right now, playing with the team again. Really makes you wonder, is it the team deciding to bench him or if he's benching himself or what's going on there? Because he always just seems so happy right now, playing right now. Questions. Makes you wonder.
Yeah, maybe he can change his mind. I don't know. Who knows? We'll have to find out. Going into the 8th round, we've got some money back on Liquid. Elige is going to be immediately drop Magus with a very important entry frag. That compromises the entire bomb site. Prim fighting for his life back there, but he's